my name is Alex Shalaev, and in this video I would like to show you how you can use GraalVM as the boot JDK for your Eclipse IDE installation, speeding up your IDE because GraalVM comes with the optimizing top-tier just-in-time compiler. In order for this to work, you need your GraalVM distribution downloaded and installed. You can get that from the website, graalvm.org. You go to download, you can pick your choice between the community and the enterprise edition. You download the archive and then you place it in somewhere on your system. I have done that, and I have my GraalVM Enterprise edition based on JDK 11 available here at a certain path. Now we're gonna use that GraalVM JDK for Eclipse IDE to run Eclipse because it is a Java application, so naturally it will run normally with GraalVM. If you're just installing Eclipse IDE, you are in luck because the Eclipse installer here, when you go to select the options, it will actually ask you what boot JDK you would like to use for your installation. So all you have to do is provide the path to your GraalVM download, and if it's not there, you can just browse and select the path to your downloaded application folder, to downloaded folder with GraalVM. Now I have that. I have all the paths where installed. I want to install my Eclipse IDE, and it will just take a moment here. Now after the installation, and this is a MacBook machine, in a very similar manner you can use GraalVM to run your Eclipse IDE on Linux and Windows machines as well. But after the installation, we're going to launch the Eclipse IDE and verify that it runs with GraalVM. Now, Eclipse is a Java application, so it takes a moment to start. It asks us where do we want to have our workspace located. We are not particularly interested in where it should be placed currently, so we just wait for the Eclipse IDE to run. Now we have it here up and running. It shows us the welcome screen. We're going to go into the preferences. We're going to go about Eclipse. We're going to go into the installation details, configuration, and here in this window, if you search for GraalVM, you will see that the eclipse.vm property points to the GraalVM distribution that you used, and also Java Home points to GraalVM. This means that when the Eclipse IDE was starting, it used GraalVM for its for the JDK to run itself. Now, if we want to verify additionally whether that is true or not, we can use, for example, Visual VM. And if we find the process that we are looking here, the Eclipse IDE process, you can see that it uses GraalVM distribution as the Java that it is running this process. And of course, you can monitor and everything, the performance characteristics using Visual VM, but that is a topic for a different video perhaps. Now, in Eclipse IDE, what to do if you are not installing a fresh copy of Eclipse IDE and you want to run your existing installation with GraalVM. This is also possible. What we're gonna do is we need to navigate to the location of where we installed our Eclipse IDE. So in our case, that is the Eclipse Java latest folder. Now, here, of course, we need to go inside the package, and this is the macOS thing. On other operating systems, this will be just a directory, and there locate the eclipse.ini file. This is the configuration file, and we're going to open it in any notepad-like or IDE that you want. I'm currently using VS Code for this, and you want to locate the VM option. If it's not there, you want to add it there on two different lines. So you specify the -VM, the virtual machine, the JDK that you want to run, and then you provide the path to the location where your GraalVM distribution is located. So, and this path should be the GraalVM distribution folder, or in the Mac that includes the contents home, and then the bin directory also has to be in this path. You need to edit this line. If it's not there, you need to add this to this file, and then you can restart your Eclipse IDE and it will run using GraalVM. And then eventually, when the most important code that runs most often will get compiled with the top tier optimizing JIT compiler, you will receive the speedups that the GraalVM compiler offers for your Java applications. I hope this helped, and we can try to look at other IDEs some other time. Thank you.